Okay. I know. Okay, Barnes.
What's up, Prentice?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to BowlTV.com. So we kick off qualifying here for an exciting week in Detroit, Michigan for the 2019 USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets, as well as the Junior Gold Championships presented by the brands of Ebonite International. My name is Aaron Smith. We are here on the U15 featured pairs here at Astro Lanes to determine seeding today for what will be exciting match play tomorrow to determine the teams that will be making their way to the championship match here for the USA Bowling National Championships, which will all air on CBS Sports Network in just a couple of weeks. It's going to be fast-paced today, so we're going to do our best to not only introduce you to our competitors and our teams, but we'll give you a quick rundown of everything going on here for USA Bowling. The qualifying portion, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, we have game 1 of 15, so 15 total games of qualifying, all in the Baker format. It's a little unique here with USA Bowling because 4-player teams means it's a little bit modified for Baker. So your leadoff bowler bowls the 1st, the 5th, and the 9th frame. Your second bowler bowls the 2nd, the 6th, and the 10th. The third bowler bowls the 3rd and the 7th, and your 4th bowler bowls the 4th and the 8th. So a few of your players get a few extra opportunities. So those are the competitors you want at the essentially 9th and 10th frame. Also help kick off the game. But each game is a head-to-head match, so qualifying will be determined first by overall record. So if a team wins, they're 1-0. If they lose, they're 0-1. If there's a tie, 0-0-1 to start. And then after that, with 16 teams in the field, we will potentially have some ties as well. So with that, it's going to be total pinfall will be the next determining factor to determine who's going to be essentially ranked throughout the course of competition. Of course, you can find more at bowl.com/USA Bowling if you are In the chat, you see a few different options in the panels. We have lane assignments. We have a tournament information, which will take you to where you can find results and more for the USA Bowling National Championships, as well as a calendar of upcoming events. And, of course, the U12 also going on here in Astro Lanes. Emil Williams Jr. taking care of business over there on 17 through 20 for the U12 competitors. So we are on behind lanes 29 through 32 here at Astro Bowl. Let's quickly meet our teams here before game number 1 is already going to be in the books. But we have our Heartland team. Of course, all teams are represented by a different region depending on where they qualified from. 16 regional events throughout the course of the country helped determine the 16 teams that making their way. So you had to win an event in order to qualify for the national championships. They are taking on Lower Great Lakes, who's on a 30. So right now, Heartland off to a fantastic start. Over on 31 and 32, we have the Midwest team finishing at 193. They are taking on the Mountain team, so it looks like the Midwest is going to grab an early victory here. So let's see if we can meet our lineups really quick here for the Heartland team. Once again on 29. Qualified out of Pheasant Lanes in Bloomington, Illinois. Their team name is JBST Strike Force. Head coach Wade Stodd. There are 5 players competing this week: Judd Barron, Chase Healing, Mackenzie Matisse, Gabe Stout, and Jacob Streech. Their lineup here in game 1 was Mackenzie leadoff, Jacob second, Gabe third, and Chase fourth. Once again, taking on Lower Great Lakes. They qualified at Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, Indiana. Team name Menace to the Alleys. Love that name. Head coach Travis Perry. His competitors this week: Anthony Andrade, Edgar Burgos, a past U12 junior gold champion, Bobby Hapler, Danny Labonte, and Jacob Perry. Their lineup here in game 1. Danny was number 1, Edgar 2, Jacob 3, and Bobby 4. So this is Bobby up on the approach right now, looking to clean up the single pin for the Midwest team. Qualified from West Acres. Heartland's going to be making a substitution here for the 10th frame. Going to be bringing in Chase Healing to get a few shots, get warmed up. Of course, the teams do have the potential to sub out players. Some only have 4, some have 6. It's up to them. For the Midwest, though, their team name Patched Together. Qualified at the West Acres Bowling Center in Wichita, Kansas. There are 4 competitors, so they only had 4, coached by Kevin Miller. Keegan Gebhardt, Zach Mills, Aviana Ordonez, and Veronica Rosner. Their lineup was Aviana leading off, Keegan bowling second, Zach third, and Veronica fourth. They were taking on Mountain region, who qualified at Kingpin Lanes of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Team name 6x4, coached by Michael Honeycutt. Their 4 players this week: Maddox Dobinski, Ryan Harris, Catherine Perez, and Dimitri Richardson. As we mentioned, Midwest has already secured the victory over there, 193 to 162. Didn't lie to you. Definitely fast-paced here. Nice 209 for Heartland out of the gates. They're going to collect the victory as well. Let's get a look at Edgar Burgos here. Once again, a past junior gold champion. looking to add another national title to his collection. Comes in a little bit light there, leaves the bucket 2-4-5-8. And a bit of a tough start for Lower Great Lakes, but that's okay. Once again, it's all about collecting victories. And heading into tomorrow, everything starts fresh once again, so no worries if you get off to a slow start here. So final tally 209 to 128. Heartland takes the victory. That's going to conclude game one in front of us just like that. So once again, teams will be moving every single game. So with that, we will update the lane assignment paddle each game as well. We'll go ahead and do that right now while we're waiting and anticipate. So for game number 2 on 29 and 30, we're going to see the Mountain region once again take on Upper Great Lakes. And over on 31 and 32, Heartland, and we'll see this, you'll usually catch teams twice in a row, but Heartland will be taking on the Northeast representative for game number 2. So that'll be coming up next here on Bowl TV. Once again, we're going to have a fast-paced day here for the USA Bowling National Championships. We're certainly excited to bring it to you here on bowltv.com. As we mentioned, an entire week of competition coming up throughout the greater Detroit area. 8 centers in play. We'll be live streaming from 4 of them once Junior Gold starts. Here at Astro Bowl Century, Thunder Bowl, and Score lanes will all have cameras set up. All right, moving right along here. Game number 2 of 15. Here at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. This is the U15 division here on our second channel. I mentioned we had a few returning teams who we got to see in game number 1. So the Mountain team is back now on 29 and 30. They're taking on the Upper Great Lakes. Let's see, the Upper Great Lakes crew qualified at Concord Lanes in South St. Paul, Minnesota. Team Clams, past champion here. Coached by Kurt Ballbach. Total of 6 players in their lineup today. Once again, you can only use 4, so a few options for subs. The full roster is Adam Henze, Brandon Cryer, Hunter Pomoji, Jamarian Simmons, Haley Trisky, and Cassidy Williams. Lineup for this game: Brandon 1, Hunter 2, Cassidy 3, Adam 4. Again, they are competing on 30 in the excellent looking orange jerseys presented by Logo Infusion. So this is the 8th frame, so that means this is Adam up on the approach right now. Looking to make a run at the split. Once again, Heartland now on lane 32. Taking on our team from the Northeast. So our Northeast team qualified at Rabs Country Lanes, Staten Island, New York. That's Frank Wilkinson's place. Frank, hope you're doing well. This team name, the Chesapeake Bay Strikers, coached by Leo Menendez. They brought a total of 5 players this week. The full roster: John Banfield, James Bennett, Nicholas Menendez, Nate Trentler, and Lanny Wells. They're 5 players. Their lineup for this game: Lanny bowling first, James second, John third, and Nick fourth. So we're coming out for the, as soon as it comes back up there, got the cool little graphics up there, knocking pins over and such. So 8th frame, so that's going to be Nick stepping up next. Big strike there for our team from the Mountain region. Again, their team name 6x4. And with that, they're essentially going to get the shutout here. Just a few pins, best the Upper Great Lakes can get to with the spare. Now 166, so just a matter of 5 pins on 2 shots here. And that's way more than 6. Nice strike. So Mountain's going to move to 1-1 now. We saw some struggles from both teams here on 31 and 32 out of the gates, as Upper Great Lakes finishes with 164. All 3 in the 10th, 182. They get 4 in a row now for the Northeast. There's James Bennett throwing the strikes in the 10th. Oh, excuse me, I was looking at that was a Heartland team. My bad. James will be up in a few frames. So this late string of strikes after a rough start for JBST Strike Force over on 32. Crossover. Take him when you can get him. No, for Heartland, that was Jacob Jacob Streech was in the 10th frame position in game number 1. If they didn't change their lineup, that would be Jacob right there, making a double in the 10th. Lanny with the strike in the 9th for the Northeast Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Talk about a finish there for our Heartland team, JBST Strike Force. Back 6 to get to 174. That's how you do it there, Coach. Gotta get the team settled. Obviously, moving pairs each and every game will allow for the potential to find some different looks. Oh, that's a nice shot there. A lot of angle. Got the crowd getting fired up here as well for the Northeast. So that's James right there. 10th grader from Huntington, Maryland. Two-hander. Going to bring in a sub here, though. It's going to be Nate Trentler coming in, 8th grader from Phoenix, Maryland. Taking a few shots. Good move there by Coach Menendez. Keep your players loose, get them a few shots while you can. Let them get an idea of the oil pattern as well. Once again, pattern not disclosed. So these teams had 10 minutes of warm-up prior to the start to kind of get an idea of what they wanted to do out here. So we'll be ready for game 3 coming up next. Over on 29 and 30, we're going to have the Northeast taking on the Southwest on lanes 29 and 30. And over on 31 and 32, the Upper Great Lakes taking on the Pacific Southwest here at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets at Astro Lanes here in the greater Detroit area. Shout out to the staff here, putting in a lot of time and effort. This center actually closes for the summer. We found that out yesterday, so they're literally opened up for this event, and they're going to close back down after the conclusion of Junior Gold until essentially the league season again. So they have had some work to do, but they were busting their butts yesterday to make sure this place was looking great. So shout out to just everyone who helped us out, Mark and company. Definitely much appreciated for all the help. So if you are new to USA Bowling, as we talked about, teams, there's a total of 16 regionals throughout the course of the country, basically throughout the bowling season. And teams have to qualify by winning a regional. So that's how you earn your ticket to the USA Bowling National Championships. So essentially there's regions all across the United States, and teams aren't necessarily tethered to one region if they want. They can travel around. If you finish second in one and your team can do it with one more shot, they can actually travel to another one close by. So teams have the opportunity to travel for this. It's a pretty cool thing. Once again, 4 to 6 players on a team. They have regular practices, essentially like any other team sport you can think of kind of growing up, Little League, youth basketball, things of that nature. So each team has a coach, practice competitions throughout the course of the year. Of course, the regionals, the big events leading up to the national championship. So that's where you want to perform your best, all in the Baker format. So once again, modified Baker 159. 2-6-10, 3-7, and 4-8 with 4-player teams. But once we get here, as you can see, this is game 3 of 15. So each division will begin competition bowling 15 Baker format matches. The match play record after 15 games will determine the 1 through 16 seeds going into the double elimination competition. Then all 16 teams will participate in the double elimination format. So 2 8-team brackets consisting of best 2 out of 3 Baker matches. So 1 bowl is 16, 2 bowls 15, 3 and 14, like, typical brackets. So essentially you want to get down to the top 2. You want to win your side of the bracket in order to earn a spot in the finals on CBS Sports Network. Those will be taped actually in 8 days. So July 19th will be the tape day over at Thunder Bowl here in the greater Detroit area. Of course, those will air on tape delay throughout July and August on CBS Sports Network. So Dave Ryan and company going to be out here. Going to have the bright TV lights set up at Thunder Bowl, a historic center. So it's pretty cool. These kids get to go to the same place that the World Series of Bowling was just at for the PBA. And of course, many of these competitors will also be over at Junior Gold. So we got a flag flying. That means this team needs some assistance here. So one of our great volunteers is going to be making their way over to help out. So taking a look at our press release. Taking a look at some of the teams and players who have found success here, who are back. Nihal Meridu of Union City, California, is part of the USA Bowling National Championship teams in the U12 division in 2017 and 2018, representing the Pacific Southwest. He's now moved up to the U15 team. Nihal will be joined by Harley Sheen, who was also part of the 2017 U12 team champions. Also in the U15 division, Reese Dunbar and Kyle Toyas, both of Indiana, are on the Ohio Valley regional team. They were part of the Indiana All-Stars that won the inaugural U12 back in 2016, so the national championship's just a few years old so far. As we mentioned, some junior gold champions as well in the field. We saw Edgar Burgos already, who won the U12 back in 2016, along with Brandon Bone. Jackson, New Jersey, as part of the New England team. He was the U12 champion the following year in 2017. And Caitlin Abaganya from San Diego, who won the U12 girls last year in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as part of the Southwest regional team. So there's some information for you about this great event. So I mentioned the Northeast will be taking on the Southwest here momentarily on 29 and 30. The Upper Great Lakes, good to see them once again taking on the Pacific Southwest. So we were talking about that team having success in the U12 division. A few of their kids now moving up to U15. So looks like we had a change in the Upper Great Lakes roster. Oh, excuse me, that was Northeast, okay. They got me their roster for that game, so as soon as they get going, we'll look at that once again for the Upper Great Lakes. Team Clams. We have Adam, Brendan, Hunter, Mr. Marion, Haley, and Cassidy. They're taking on the Pacific Southwest, known as hashtag Storm Strikers. Got to include the hashtag there. It is mandatory. Saw Curtis Woods cheering them on a little bit in the chat earlier. They qualified out of Steve Cook's Fireside Lanes in Citrus Heights, California. Once again, the Pacific Southwest team, Storm Strikers, with the hashtag in front. Head coach Christine Sheen. Their team, Josh Abiganya, there. Nihal, as we mentioned, Jonah Martin and Harley Sheen. They're 4 players. And looks like we're still having some trouble here on 31 and 32. Flags are flying. There's a staple here at junior goal. Great way to alert the volunteers. There's Alan. Alan Solomon helping out. He's going to make sure these teams are good to go as they start to prepare for frame number 8. And just about ready here, Southwest and Northeast. Our team for the Northeast this game is going to be, as we mentioned, we have their lineups for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Laney Wells will be leading things off, followed by James Bennett. I lost their page. Where'd it go? I know it's here. We got some great program books as well, so shout out to the IBC Youth Development Team for doing some great stuff with the program books this year. Going to be John Banfield bowling 3rd, and then Nick Menendez. Nate Trentler will be coming in to bowl the 4th and the 8th frames for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. We just got the lineup for the Southwest team. Southwest. Where are they at? There they at. Team name, Dubs. I like it because it's all about collecting them dubs today. They qualified at the Suncoast Bowling Center in Las Vegas. Head coach Teresa Mata Azevedo. Their team leading off here in game number 3 is going to be Trishelle Leal. Bowling 2nd, Kyler Orozco. So Kyler will be up in the 10th frame as well. In the 3 spot will be Marco Flores, and bowling 4th will be Allison Azevedo. Only 4 players on their team, so this is the group that they're going to use to hopefully get to CBS Sports Network at the end of the week. So we're now underway over on 29 and 30. Whew, it's warm in here today. But that's in part to the great support from all the parents, family members, friends here checking things out at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. As I mentioned, Nihal Meridu, 2-time champion. Pretty good shot there in the 10th. He's going to leave the 7-pin. He can pick it up and strike to get to 181, so the Upper Great Lakes is going to have a chance here to put some pressure on, because they too can get to 181 if they're able to strike out. So this is a big first strike in the 10th. I think this is James right here. Oh no, this is getting my teams mixed up here too off. I think they made a lineup change. So Hunter not in the 10th frame anymore, but that young gentleman getting the first strike, so game on. How about that shot right there? Lane 30. Really great shot. That was Allison right there. Making a great delivery, and Pacific Southwest going to take the win here. Upper Great Lakes unable to double. So that's what you can see from an experienced group like this. Definitely know how to, fill some frames up. So all done with 3 over on 31 and 32. Great sportsmanship there from the Pacific Southwest's team as well. Oh, good shot there in the 5th for our team from the Northeast, the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. That's Laney Wells making a good shot there. Oh, from way downtown. Oh. That was Kyler Orozco. Wheeling and dealing. That pesky 10-pin standing for him. And the crowd goes wild. So sometimes those spares can be a little tricky for you, bowling a national championship event like that, but getting it to fall over after maybe missing 1 or 2 along the way, definitely a big sigh of relief. So, Laney, there you go. So this is James, now up for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Just going to hop into your screen here in a moment. There he is. Bang. Oh, got it. So Marco now up next here on 30 for our Southwest team, Dubs. Oh, Marco. Marco throws it pretty nice there. Wheeling it and dealing from the left side. This is John up on 29 now for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Got ourselves a ball game right here, folks. Some excitement here in game 3. 2 teams bowling great. Our Northeast and Southwest representatives. Here's Allison, 8th frame. It's kind of a chance. Oh, comes in a little bit light, leaves the 2-8. So we'll see if Nate can keep it going for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Came in as a sub last game. Coach said, Nate, we're gonna keep you there. Gonna throw some strikes for us. It comes in a little bit high. That could have been some trouble, but happy just to see the 6-10 up there. And essentially with spares here in the 8th, we are all tied up. Heading into the final 2 frames. So Nate's going to try to pick up the 6-10 in a moment, and oh, look at that strike on 28. So Trishelle is going to be back up for our Southwest team here on lane 30 in a moment. All tied up here. Whew. Great shot there in the foundation frame. Pesky. 10-pin left standing. Lainey Wells left that 10-pin last time up, converted it. She can put her team in a strong position here in the 9th frame. If she's able to step up and strike, you can see her far left of your screen. She's going to be stepping up momentarily. And that one is not going to make it up, but if you're going to do that, you got the 10-pin out. That's what you want. You're going to give a few pins back on count. But a pretty makeable spare right there to bring it down to the anchors. So Kyler Orozco for the Dubs. James Bennett for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. That's what's coming down to here, folks. 2-pin advantage for the Dubs. Looks like Kyler's going to step up first. Looking to keep his team ahead. Oh, trips the floor. So now James has to step up here, almost match here. If he doesn't get this first one, it's going to be tough for Chesapeake Bay Strikers to get this victory. And oh, great shot there. You like seeing the 10-pin get out there, but that definitely could have carried. So now the Dubs can essentially lock it up here with good count. Just need 8 pins and 2 shots to collect the victory here in game 3. 9 will do it, so Dubs are going to get the W. Dubs getting dubs. Let's go. So we're going to be moving to game 4 here. Just a moment. Just Phil Ball's coming up. Southwest is going to get the victory here over the Northeast, 195 to 192. And while here on Bowl TV, be sure to stop by the lab and check out Team USA head coach Rod Ross as he breaks down several Team USA players in his new video series, The Video Room. There's definitely some great stuff there. Always love watching Rod's segments here on Bowl TV. Now we have one coming up in the next couple of days with a former junior gold champion, Marshall Kent, will be coming up on the 15th, I believe. So be on the lookout for that. So game 4 coming up next. We're going to have the Atlantic East taking on the Pacific Southwest over on 29 and 30. And on 31 and 32, the Southwest will be taking on the South coming up next here on Bowl TV. All right, game number 4. Now underway on both of our featured pairs. Kind of caught up a little bit here. And we'll start on 31-32. We got the rosters there, so we'll get you the team rundown. I go through all my photos here. I know I took these. Where are they at? Where are they at? All right, since we saw the Southwest team that collected a victory over on 29-30 last game, we'll start with them. They're going to keep their lineup the same. It's working, so no need to change it. Trishelle, Kyler, Marco, and Allison, 1 through 4. And now we get to meet, from the South region, the Pocket Assassins. Another great name right there. Let's see what we can learn about the Pocket Assassins here. Qualified at Vestavia Bowl at Vestavia Hills, Alabama, coached by Paul Southard. Their overall roster, 5 players from Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, so some variety for this team. Carson Barnes, Antonio Hairston Jr., Christian Knowles, Blake McReynolds, and Aiden Reynolds. Their lineup here in game number 4. It's going to be Christian 1, Antonio, better known as AJ, bowling 2nd, Blake 3rd, and Aiden 4th. So once again, the Pacific Southwest, hashtag Storm Strikers. Saw them last game. Joshua, Nihal, Jonah, and Harley representing the team this year. We're going to have a sub coming up here for our South team. Carson was coming in there to get some shots. He's going to have a split to shoot at, but that's okay. That's what you got to do, though. Got to keep your players kind of moving through, going through. Our first opportunity to see the Atlantic East team. Over on 29 right now. Is better known as the Phantom Strikers. Qualified at 10-pin strike and spare in Louisville, Kentucky. Coached by Jason Baker. 6 players on their roster. Mary Beth Baker, Logan Chappell, Jenna Hedgepath, Anthony Mastroianni. You know, Anthony made a junior gold show a few years ago, the U12. Max Minich and Mika Voorhees. Mika, a player we've seen do well at the Youth Open Championships. Seems like he has about 14 titles at that event. The Youth Open Championships also taking place here in the greater Detroit area. Sterling Heights, Michigan at Sterling Lanes. They kicked off their competition today as well with dates for the team doubles and singles competition July 11th and 12th, July 19th through the 21st, and July 27th through the 28th. Once again, that taking place in Sterling Heights, Michigan, presented by Bowling.com. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. So the Atlantic East team is going to have the advantage heading in. So Harley Sheen's going to step up here on lane 30. Look to, once again, a veteran team. Want to put the pressure on. So if he can find a way to get double here, a chance to get to 192, which of course would force mark and good count. but he finds some trouble there. 3, 6, 7, 10. Any type of mark is going to shut out for the Southwest team. The Dubs will grab 2 victories here on Bowl TV. So once again, this will be Kyler stepping up. So Harley's going to try and make a run at this here. And he'll take the 3. But essentially count will get the Atlantic East to the victory here in game 4. That's counting more. Striking the 9th. Nice shot there from Kyler. Dubs, more Dubs, eating Dubs all day. Just doing their thing. Nice shot there from AJ, looking to find some momentum for his team as they fortunately are not going to get the victory here in game 4, but did some pinfall, and like I said, in team bowling, definitely a lot of momentum going back and forth. So a few good shots can kind of set the tone. See if AJ can add another one here. Well, if you're going to get that, that's a good place for it. Comes in a little bit high, leaves the 4-7-9. Kyler kicks out the 10. This is Mika here for the Atlantic East team, 10th frame. Chance for them to shoot 213. Area check there. Kyler from way downtown, 187, 154. Southwest with the victory over the South. Atlantic East is going to take the victory. Comeback at 213 to the 171 of the Pacific Southwest. So we're just about ready for game number 5. Big thanks to everyone for joining us here on the new BowlTV.com for what's going to be a fun week in the greater Detroit area. USA Bowling Junior Gold Live at the official trade show, the opening ceremonies, and of course the Junior Gold Championships all taking place. 211, 171, a final tally. So coming up next here in game number 5, on 29 and 30, we're going to have the Coastal South taking down the South Central team. And over on 31 and 32, the Southeast will be taking on the Atlantic East. Well, folks, have you been tuning in to Bowl TV and want some inside analysis of the latest happenings in the bowling world? Listen in to Bowl TV Central. The Bowl TV crew recap and preview the biggest events in bowling. And when you're not doing that, you can be sure to check out the Outer Range podcast on the Backstage channel here at the new bowltv.com. The Outer Range crew is going to be here in Detroit. They're going to be part of the opening ceremonies. Tony Franklin going to be hosting things. So if you haven't checked out their podcast, always fun, lighthearted. Derek Hartnell, Matt McFadden, and Tony Franklin. Usually have on a special guest or two throughout the course of it as well. Once again, you can find that on the Backstage channel here on bowltv.com. All right, folks, we are ready here for game number 5. We're already going into game 5. We got some lineups to run down for you. Shout out to Amy in the chat as well. Hi, Amy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're in Detroit with us. If not, it's equally as warm here in Detroit as it usually is in Texas this time of year. The kids today, they're saving the fire for the lanes. Tossing some strikes here across the board. Let's meet the Coastal South team over here on lane 29. Better known as Next Generation. Qualified at Aloma Bowl in Winter Park, Florida. Total of 5 players on the team for Damon DeLice. The full roster is Zach Bice, Alexander DeLice, Nicholas DeLice, Noah Saul, and Brandon Sorrentino. Let's see if we can get their lineup here for this game. Looks like we have Alex in the leadoff spot, Zach bowling second, Brandon third, and Noah fourth. They're taking on South Central. Known as USA Bowl. They qualified out of Tomball Bowl in Tomball, Texas. I've been there before. True story. Coached by Josh Modello. They brought 5 players this week. Jacob Bollinger. Ellie, that last name looks familiar. Amy. Ellie Drescher. Ethan Gomez, Bryant Griffith, and Matthew Reed all competing. The lineup this game, Ellie leading off, Jacob second, Ethan third, and Matthew fourth. Over on 31 and 32, first look at the Southeast team, better known as the Southeast Pin Crushers from Buffalo, or they qualified out of Buffalo Lanes North in Raleigh, North Carolina. Head coach Jeff Collins. Got their lineup here. Total of 5 players. On their roster, Kendall battles Rylan Brees, Matt Bruce, Ethan Collier, and Josh Collins. Their lineup, Josh first, Kendall second, Ethan third, and Matt in fourth. For the Atlantic East team, we get to see them 2 games in a row. The Phantom Strikers, as they're better known, collected the win in Game 4 against the Pacific Southwest. We did get their lineup for this game. Where we go? Atlantic East, there we are. So we have Mika in the leadoff spot, Jenna Bowling second, Mary Beth third, and Logan fourth. So there's our lineups, folks, here at Astro Bowl. So far, pretty nice game from the from our Southeast Pin Crushers. I feel they crush pins all across the land, though, with a name like that. It is not just relegated to the Southeast. Oh, great shot there in the 9th. That'll be Joshua Collins ringing the 7-pin. But right now they're looking pretty solid. Atlantic East a few frames behind. They're going to have to start throwing some strikes, and that's going to be some trouble there for Logan. Greek Church. Max score right now for South Central, 181. Excuse me, 211. They're a frame behind, so that would be 211. Max score right now for Coastal South, Next Generation, 207. Opportunity for some big strikes here in the 10th. Oh, great shot there from Zach to kick things off. See if Ellie can add one. And oh, good shot. Can't get the 10 out. So just a few pins now for the Coastal South is going to get them the victory here in game number 5. Southeast is getting the victory over the Atlantic East. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, 15 games of qualifying today. So from the 16 teams in the field, they bowl each team once, and match play record determines the seeding for tomorrow's double elimination match play bracket. So match play will be first. Best of 3 for that. That's Kendall delivering the double in the 10th for Southeast Pin Crushers. And tomorrow we will get down to our final. Final 2 teams in both the U15 and the U12 divisions to determine who's going to be on CBS Sports Network for the finals. They'll be taped 8 days from now, July 19th, and we'll air that along with the Junior Gold shows will air throughout July and August. So basically, like every Tuesday night, there's going to be a new show, which is going to be cool. Along with weekly shows for the PWBA Tour as well. So, oh, Messenger, let's go. Coastal South, 195 to 179. A nice 223 for the Southeast. One of the bigger games we've seen so far today. Getting the win over the Atlantic East. Finished with 177. So, how quickly we go. Game 6. We're almost halfway done with this block. It is flying by. As we mentioned with the Baker format, modified Baker at that, it goes super quick. So for game number 6, it looks like we're going to get to see the Southeast once again. Move to 29:30 and take on Ohio Valley. We got our first time seeing Ohio Valley, and then over on 31 and 32, South Central. We'll get to see them back-to-back games, this time taking on the Upper Midwest. USBC is unlocking their treasure chest of newly digitized historical telecasts, including PWBA, Team USA, World Team Challenge Classics, and much more. Hundreds of hours of historical footage for you to watch in the vault on Bowl TV. Bowling lives here. The vault is fun for a lot of reasons. Once again, that's a different channel. You can access those below the video. And depending on your subscription level, you can check those out as well. But a ton of great stuff there, especially if you're someone who kind of enjoys the history and most importantly enjoys seeing some of the great players, when they were younger with questionable haircuts and things of that nature. It's pretty fun for that too. World Team Challenges have a lot of familiar faces from the PBA. Get Chris Barnes with a mullet once or twice. It's good times. All right, game number 6. So I mentioned a few teams returning. The Southeast and South Central essentially just switching pairs. So we get to see them for 2 consecutive games. With the Southeast, after the nice 223 last game, they're going to be taking on Ohio Valley. Let's see what we can learn about the Ohio Valley squad. They're known as the Indiana All-Stars. We mentioned a few of their players a little bit earlier having past success here at the USA Bowling National Championships, winning the inaugural U12 division in 2016. The only reason I know that is I read the awesome press release by Terry Bigham, who just walked in. Hi, Terry. Terry here to write a few stories this week, so welcome to him. Just got to town. But for the Indiana All-Stars, they qualified at Marybowl Lanes in Livonia, Michigan, which I believe is pretty close to here. Coached by Chris Toyas. That team includes Reese Dunbar, Brian Miller, Ryan Spear, Hayden Terrace, and Kyle Toyas. Reese and Kyle, part of that 2016 team in the U12 division. Once again, taking on the Southeast. Pin crushing away. Off to another nice start, clean through 3 frames. So South Central, we've seen the players, got to know them last game. Our new team, the Upper Midwest. Known as Des Moines Area Check. It's just a fantastic name. Qualified at Sport Bowl Lanes in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, coached by Cody McCormick. They have 5 players on their roster. Jacob Bianchi, Keaton Cowell, Derek Probasco, Isabel Tetmeyer, and Skylar Vaughn. We have their lineup here. Lineup is Isabel bowling first, Derek second, Jacob third, and Keaton fourth. As Isabel up there delivering a strike in the 5th frame, clean through 5 for Des Moines Area Check. I don't know if area check will be advantageous throughout the course of the week. I got so many games here, but just a fun name right there. I like that a lot. Nicely done, coach and team. Powerful strike there for USA Bowl in the 5th frame. Southeast team is it's been impressive here in a short stay on our Bowl TV featured pairs. Once again, we are behind lanes 29 through 32. If you are looking for the U12 division, we have another channel, as you can see below the video here. U12 USA Bowling. Emil Williams Jr. on the call over on that. That is also here at Astro Bowl behind lanes 17 through 20. This is the 2019 USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. They are chocolatey candies, folks, and they're tasty. Not gonna lie, we usually have them around this event, like they're somewhere in the center. So you gotta sneak a few while you can, you know. Gotta keep like staying hydrated, except with chocolate. So this is Rylan Brees over on lane 30. I saw him make the TV show at in U12 back in Cleveland in 2017. Tough break there on the washout attempt for the Indiana All-Stars. Looks like Southeast is going to take another game here. With the 9th and 10th to go. Max score of 183 for our Ohio Valley representatives. And that'll just about do it there for the mathematical portion of it. Some good count will well, just got a note. Sounds like we have a front 11. And we have a Baker 300. All right. There we go. All right. I was told that was the Northeast team. Delivering the excitement. Baker 300 here. U15 at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. That's awesome. Sounds like Terry got here just in time to grab a video of that, so we'll have that up on the official Sport of Bowling Facebook page for USBC. Excitement distracted us for a moment here. Let's take a look here. Upper Midwest in the books at 200. They are going to be victorious over South Central Final tally, 200 to 193 over on 31 and 32. Southeast Pin Crushers are going to go 2-0. As Ohio Valley finishes with 183. Throw all three in the 10th to get there. It will not be enough. 206 already out there. Or out there with a strike, I should say, for our Southeast team. And there it is. All right. So game 7 coming up next here. We'll get our panel updated. So it looks like we will have New England taking on the Upper Midwest over on 29 and 30. And Lower Great Lakes taking on Ohio Valley on 31 and 32. So as we've seen, some sometimes you get to see teams a few times in a row. So in a moment we'll be ready for game number 7. Already we'll be at the halfway point and then past it. Just moments here. 300, how about that? We had a 300 last year in Dallas, Fort Worth. We also have a records page here somewhere. Hopefully it says it in there. From the Midwest team, who eventually went on to win the U15 title. 3 rights make a left. That propelled them to title in 2018. I believe they are here again, but just I think they had to qualify from a different region. Let's see if we can see some of those names here. I know a different team qualified from the Midwest. There's a chance some of those kids have aged out of the program. I know we haven't seen everyone just yet. Actually appears they have aged out, so some of the familiar names. Silas Limes, Brandon Bonta, Spencer Robarge. Names we've been familiar with for a very long time. And aged out of USA Bowling. But that's okay. That means they're on to the next level in junior gold. One step closer to taking over the collegiate world. So right now, as we wait for Game 7 to start, I take a quick break here on BowlTV.com. Once again, the U12 channel live as well here at Astro Bowl. I'm Aaron Smith. Emil Williams Jr. also in the house over on the U12 channel. So thank you again for joining us here. The first of many, many hours of great coverage here on Bowl TV. Well, folks, Game 7 underway on 31 and 32. Lower Great Lakes taking on the Ohio Valley. And talk about a start here. That was a front five before just a devastating 8-pin by Edgar Burgos there. For menace to the alleys. After we had the 300 last game from our Northeast team. Heard that was John Banfield throwing the big strikes on the 10th. Terry Bigham was down there. Just showed me the video. Very cool stuff. A lot of great reactions from the entire team there. Definitely a great moment for everyone. Baker 300. Let's go. First day of junior gold. Oh, this is even junior gold. We're not even there yet. We haven't even had opening ceremonies. We got 300. This is USA Bowling, folks. So we got to see this Lower Great Lakes team a little bit earlier. So now 7 out of 8 against Ohio Valley. Their 5-player roster includes Anthony Andrade, Edgar Burgos, Bobby Habetler, Danny Labonte, and Jacob Perry. And for Ohio Valley, once again, we had them last game. Reese Dunbar, Brian Miller, Ryan Spear, Hayden Terrace, and Kyle Toyas. We're going to be done here pretty quickly. Still waiting to get going here on 29 and 30. We do have our New England representatives now ready to join the Upper Midwest. We got the Upper Midwest lineup already. So it's going to be pretty similar. They're just switching around 2 players this game. We had them on last game. It's going to be Isabel leading off, and Derek second, Skylar third, and Jacob fourth. We just got New England's lineup too, so we'll get that rundown for you. Better known as Back for More. This team's got some familiar names on it. You may have heard of them. Qualified at Walnut Hill Bowl in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Coached by USBC and PBA Hall of Famer Doug Kent. Some guy named Parker Bone III is here as well. I'm not sure what he's doing. Loitering, perhaps. But no, it's pretty awesome to see Doug and Parker giving back to the kids like this. And when you hear the lineup, you'll definitely hear some familiar last names. But their group includes Brandon Bone, Sydney Bone, Tommy Burns, Alex Horton, Natalie Kent, and Victoria Verano. So that is just a impressive collection of talent right there, from kids ranging from 7th to 10th grade. So again, you can always bowl up if you choose to do so. Their lineup for this game specifically, though: Alex Horton in the leadoff spot, Brandon Bone bowling second, Victoria Verano third, and Tommy Burns bowling fourth. As we mentioned, Brandon, a past U12 champion in 2017. And two nice games over here on 31 and 32 as they have quickly finished. 246 to 205. Lower Great Lakes starting with the front five over Ohio Valley. And a question in the chat from Joan about Kai Struthers, who made some national headlines not too long ago, rolling a 300 game. I believe at the age of 10, got some national press. He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Let me see if he's on any of the U12 rosters here. Check our handy program book. Don't recall seeing him on any of the U15 teams. And Kai is on the Northeast team for the U12. Unfortunately, I do not have their schedule in front of me at the moment, but let me see if I can find some information here from the So assuming they're in game 7 like we are. So we're looking for the Northeast team for you there, Joe. Northeast, Northeast, Northeast. Looks like they'll be on in game 11, game 14. Looks like just those two games for the rest of the block on the U12 channel. But Kai is bowling. This is going to be Isabel stepping up for the Upper Midwest Des Moines area check. A great shot right there. Going to see Alex Horton come up here in a minute. Try to get things going for Back for More. Alex was the runner-up in U12 back in 2014. That was the very first U12. He ended up falling in the title match to a young man who's gone on to do some cool things, Anthony Nyer. Two-time junior gold champion now, and he's also spent some time on Junior Team USA. Gonna see if Brandon can add a double here. Come back for more. Derek's gonna step up first. He's gonna try and clean up the 6-pin here. Keep his squad clean through 6. Ooh, thought that was gonna catch it just a little bit, so a little opportunity for New England to come back. And it's scary, the similarities. At such a young age, you see Brandon and Parker's games. It is pretty awesome. From Brandon, the backswing gets a little bit higher. But still see many of the classic moves that helped his dad become a PBA and USBC Hall of Famer. All right, here's Skyler. Make it 3 in a row is Victoria Verano, who is the younger sister of recent U.S. Women's Open champion Danielle McCune. Skyler, no problem on the on the spare there. Just gonna bring up Jacob next. Maybe Tommy Burns on a 29. No strike, but uh-oh. Well, that fits the team name because that was an area check right there, just in case. A little farther out though there for Jacob, but everything's together. And this match is still pretty close. It's going to be essentially one pin heading into the 9th and the 10th. The spares for both teams. And that 4-pin gets wrapped around. So our New England team's going to have the slight advantage here. Alex Horton stepping up once again. Your leadoff bowler bowls the 1st, the 5th, and the 9th frame. And your second bowler bowls the 2nd, the 6th, and the all-important 10th. So Isabel, I'd like to add another strike here, and this guy have a chance to hold. Oh, goodness, come on. Come on, help Isabel out there. Alex with the spare. So Brandon's going to have the opportunity to step up here, and Mark just about does it. Max score for Des Moines area check if they strike out would be 182. And the strike there is going to put back for more at minimum 184. So that's going to be a victory for our New England squad. So it looks like the Atlantic East is preparing on 31 and 32 coming up next. So 204, 161, back for more with the victory over Des Moines area check. 246, 205. Been done for a while there on 31 and 32. That was Lower Great Lakes taking the victory over Ohio Valley. That's going to move us into game number 8. So we're going to see, it looks like on 29-30. The Atlantic East is moving over there. Okay. So they're actually going to bowl our team from the south on 29-30. Then the Coastal South will be taking on the Southwest over on 31 and 32. So we should start up pretty soon here on 29-30. Looks like everyone's here. 31 and 32 a little bit farther behind, mostly because there's no one here yet from either of those teams. So that will slow down progress. So the Pocket Assassins from the south are back. Got to see them a little bit earlier today. Christian Knowles will lead things off. AJ, Antonio Hairston will be bowling second. Aiden Reynolds will be third. And Carson Barnes in the fourth spot. For the Atlantic East, the Phantom Strikers. This is another opportunity for us to see them. It's going to be Logan Chappelle leading things off, followed by Mika Voorhees, Jenna Hedgepath in the 3 spot, and then Mary Beth Baker bowling 4th. pitch and a hedge path. With the strike for the Atlantic East in the 7th frame. They have filled their frame so far and have gotten out to a solid lead here in game number 8. Still waiting for our teams on 31 and 32 for game 8. I will say, I did see a 298 down there on the score. I didn't catch which team did it. As Mary Beth makes it a double. Got some bowlers from the Coastal South making their way over. So we might be ready for game 8 momentarily here on 31 and 32. Tough break there for Logan Chappelle in the 9th, but the team is in good shape to record the victory. Mika Voorhees delivers a double on the 10th for Atlantic East. So they're going to claim this victory over our South Region team. The Pocket Assassins get back on track here. 162 finish. And we're underway. All right. Game 8 over. Another game 8 starting. Coastal South taking on the Southwest. Both teams kick things off with a strike. $219,162. See who's coming up next if we're gonna 29 and 30 for game number 9. 15 and 3, Upper Great Lakes and Heartland. So we might move into game number 9 sooner rather than later. Right now, let's enjoy 31 and 32, Coastal South and the Southwest crews joining us. For the Southwest, better known as Dubs. Saw them a little bit earlier. Allison, Trishelle, Kyler, and Marco. For Coastal South, Next Generation. I saw them a little bit earlier today. Their 5 players include Zach, Alexander, Nicholas, Noah, and Brandon. Coastal South and Southwest getting towards the back half here of Game 8. 4-player Baker competition here at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. Some trouble here in the 8th frame. The 3-4-7. Both teams struggling on 31 and 32. Saw him look back at the coach after that, and coach said, let's take the 2 here. Don't want to give away a count, working on a strike. The other team has been struggling as well, so. Two is 4. The old adage. Fortunately, I only get the 1, but I like the call there from the coach, though. Want to collect those pins. Still a few frames to go here for Dubs to catch up. Great shot there in the 7th. Actually jumping to the lead. The strikes in the 8th and the 9th, so. So again, these competitors got 10 minutes of warm-up prior to the start of competition. They were not given the oil pattern information. So now we're starting to get some games, get some wear and tear here at Astro Lanes. Or Astro Bowl, excuse me. No, Astro Lanes. Get my bowl and my lanes confused here today, but that's okay. So teams got to figure out the transition along the way. There's a great shot. Kick off the 10th. Southwest delivers with a strike of their own, so looking at max scores right now, Southwest can get to 174. Coastal South has 175 max. So it could be a huge double here for Next Generation. Oh. These kids are 15 and under, folks. That's a whole lot of ball right there. Can't help but be impressed by the Next Generation, bowling for the Next Generation. How about that? It's able to work both of those in at the same sentence. That's definitely the fun part for us in coming to these events is, you know, getting to meet some of these players for the first time, if you will. So we get to see a player have continued success. Someone like Anthony Nyer, as that strike will seal it up. 175 will be enough for Coastal South. All 3 in the 10th to get the dub. But for us, the chance to see these kids throughout the course and kind of make that progression. Junior Gold is half the battle, and that's kind of the stepping stone, the first kickoff, you know, and when you see some of these kids have continued success, you get excited to see what they're going to do next at the collegiate level. Some of them also get the opportunity to bowl on Junior Team USA through qualifying. That's a portion of this week as well. It's one half of the qualifier for the junior team, along with the developmental team. And then as these kids continue to grow and grow, you know, we had a promo video out a couple of days ago. 175 to 160, the final tally. Coastal South with the win over the Southwest as we transition into Game 9. And look at just some of the folks who have had success here at Junior Gold. Have gone on to do some pretty cool things otherwise in the sport of bowling. One of those players, Stephanie Johnson, was Stephanie Nation way back when. Stephanie won this event 3 times in a row. We now know her as a titleist on the PWBA Tour. So another top talent, A.J. Johnson in that video. Marshall Kent. And so we get to see those players kind of compete throughout different, what's the collegiate level here, Team USA, Junior Team USA. And really all of that coming together is what's great for us, especially, you know, being out on the PWBA Tour, kind of getting to know these players ahead of time, knowing that, you know, we got to see a Julia Bond, for example, a rookie this year on tour. So another past champion here at Junior Gold and a longtime member of Junior Team USA and collegiate standout at Nebraska. And, you know, just those steps that players and teams take is very, very cool. So game 9 going to be getting underway here. We got the South taking on the Northeast. And Heartland taking on Upper Great Lakes. That match on 29 and 30. So the Northeast team had the excitement earlier today with the 300 in the Baker variety. Second one ever here at the USA Bowling National Championships. All right, at this portion of the day, I think we've seen most teams already. Let's take a look here. Helps when I look at the right lanes here on our handy schedule. It does appear every team has hit 29 and 30 or 31 and 32, so from here on out, an opportunity to re-meet our under 15 competitors here at the 2019 USA Bowling National Championships. Our Upper Great Lakes team, Team Clams. There's 6, Adam, Brandon, Hunter, Jermarian, Haley, and Cassidy. Heartland region, JBST Strike Force. They have Judd, Chase, Mackenzie, Gabe, and Jacob. South, we've had them 2 games in a row. The Pocket Assassins, Carson, Antonio, better known as AJ, Christian, Blake, and Aiden. And then the Northeast team, As we mentioned, rolled the Baker 300 a little bit earlier today. Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Their roster includes John, James, Nick, Nate, and Laney. For Chesapeake Bay Strikers this game, it's going to be John leading off, Nate second, Laney third, and Nick fourth. For the Pocket Assassins, representing the South region, Christian leading off, AJ second, Aiden third, and Carson fourth. For our Heartland region team, JPST Strike Force, we have Gabe leading off, Mackenzie second, Judd third, and Chase fourth. We did not get a lineup yet for the Upper Great Lakes. And 4 in a row for the Northeast after a pair of splits in the early going. Team from the South, though, having a nice bounce back after some struggles on 29-30 last game. They'll make it 5 in a row. Laney with the strike. AJ responds with a strike. A good match brewing here on 31 and 32. This is going to be Nick stepping up over on 32 for our Northeast team. There's Aiden for the Pocket Assassins. Six in a row. Once they get going, folks, look out. Shot by Gabe there on 30 for Heartland. Nice shots all around here. Once again, folks, match play records will determine seeding heading into tomorrow's competition. And one of the things we're seeing from the coaches is they've been pretty good about bringing their recaps up, let us know who's where in the lineup, so they're making changes. And I see a lot of the coaches switching the kids, not only if you have more than 4 to kind of switch them around. Obviously, everyone's getting a chance to, almost every game, some teams are bringing in a sub, letting kids bowl different frames, get used to those pressure situations. So that's pretty cool right there. Got me a 10-pin match here between the South and the Northeast. A few frames behind Upper Great Lakes and Heartland. AJ bounces back with the strike. Still a 10-pin match here. This one definitely going to be a big opportunity for young Nate here. Oh, now just a matter of count will give the Chesapeake Bay Strikers the victory. And the Pocket Assassins, they're going to have themselves a nice game here, but going to be in the two teams. That's going to win a lot of games out here. Fortunately, ran into a team going a little stronger here. Heartland, JBS T Strike Force. Here's McKenzie. Good count will give them the victory here. 9 will be enough, so Heartland will add another victory to their collection here. Nice 217 for the Pocket Assassins. We'll add into their total pinfall, though they don't get the victory. Once again, total pinfall will break any ties when looking at the match play record. 236, nice game from the Northeast. So McKenzie doesn't get the spare, but they've already gotten enough on the first shot, 190 to 186. Heartland over the Upper Great Lakes to conclude game number 9. Game 10 coming up next here on Bowl TV. It looks like the Pacific Southwest will be taking on the Northeast over on 2930, so we'll get to see Chesapeake Bay Strikers one more time, taking on the hashtag Storm Strikers. Over on 3132, Heartland's going to be moving over a pair. They're going to take on our team from the Midwest region. Heartland just picked up the victory. The JBST Strike Force taking on Patch together. So while we wait for our teams, we're going to take a quick break here on Bowl TV. Don't go too far. As we go into our final 6 games of competition to determine seeding here at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets.
cover.
All right, game number 10. Started to settle in here. Over on 29 and 32, your left, the Pacific Southwest representatives. Hashtag Storm Strikers. Seen them earlier today. Josh Abaganya, Nihal Meridu, Jonah Martin and Harley Sheen taking on a team from the Northeast. Team from the Northeast, Chesapeake Bay Strikers. John Banfield, James Bennett, Nick Menendez, Nate Trentler, and Laney Wells do have their lineup here. Looks like Nick leading off, Nate is second, James third, and Laney in the fourth spot. So this is Nick stepping up here, looking to clean up the 2-4-5, the fifth frame. Over on 31 and 32, Heartland. Get to see them for a second consecutive game. JBST Strike Force. They're five. Judd Barron, Chase Healing, Mackenzie Matisse, Gabe Stout, and Jacob Streech. Taking on a patch together from the Midwest. Keegan Gebhardt, Zach Mills, Aviana Ordonez, and Veronica Rosner. Looks like their lineup this game. Veronica leading off, Zach second, Avina third, and Keegan fourth in the lineup. There's 10 pins separating those teams. Advantage to the Midwest over on 31 and 32. Still pretty close on 29 and 30 as well.
Let's go, James. Just cover, buddy, just cover.
All right, Harlan's going to waste no time, get here to the 10th frame. get the first strike in the 10th, find some hold. Max of 216. Oh, just mean on the washout attempt there. Is going to put the Midwest in a rough spot here. They can max out at 202, so they would need some fortunate help from JBST Strike Force, which can essentially seal it up with 7 pins here. And that's 8, so that's going to be enough for a win for Heartland. Moving into game 11 coming up next. Northeast, a chance to put themselves in a pretty strong position here. They're going to be up about 20 pins, 22. Although behind a frame, so that always makes it a little tricky. But essentially they can fill out some frames here. 177 the max for the Pacific Southwest team. A few spares will get the job done for the Chesapeake Bay Strikers. And we talked about their 300 game. If you want to see that, it is up on the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page. You can watch John Banfield throw the last 3 strikes in the 10th for his team to lock up the second 300 ever rolled at the USA Bowling National Championships. We had one last year. Here we go in 2019, getting the job done. Chesapeake Bay Strikers. Found out they're a pretty tight-knit group all from the Maryland area. So everyone's kind of all around the same area there, so more of a homegrown team. So 206, 181, the official tally. Heartland with the victory. Over the Midwest. Now just one mark will be enough for Northeast here. This is Nick Menendez looking to get that one mark, and then we'll leave it up to Nate Trentler just to get some pins in the 10th. And you never know now. It's going to be a little extra pressure here for Nate. Harley Sheen makes the 10 pin, so 167 for him will force a mark here for the Northeast.
Let's get it out of the way right here.
And Nate comes in a little bit fast. Might have a little bit of extra on that one. Left with just the 2 pin. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Sorry if anyone caught that. This is a PG channel. So parents getting a little upset over that finish there. 167, 166, the Pacific Southwest. Sneaks out the victory. Just needed a mark there in the final 2 frames and a few single pins. So a lesson for everyone. Make your spares, kids. Fill those frames. Fortunately, though, they get another opportunity to test that theory coming up in game 11. So here for Game 11, the Southeast will be taking on Coastal South on 29 and 30, and the Upper Midwest taking on the Lower Great Lakes on 31 and 32.
Nice, and they get rid of all the old CRTs.
All right, folks, we are moving right along here. Game 11 of 15, so Just 4 to go after this to determine seeding. 2019 USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. And at this point, we're no stranger to these teams. 48-lane venue here at Astro Lanes. 32 teams competing total, so we got a few dead pairs, but a few buffers between the U12s and the U15s as well. U12s bowling on the low end of the house, U15 on the high end. Over on 29 and 30, we have our Southeast representatives, the Southeast Pin Crushers. Coached by Jeff Collins, there are 5 players this week. Kendall Battles, Rylan Brees, Matt Bruce, Ethan Collier, and Josh Collins. They're taking on Coastal South Region, better known as the Next Generation. Zach Bice, Alex and Nick Delice, Noah Saul, and Brandon Sorrentino. There are 5 competitors. Their lineup this game: Alex 1, Zach 2, Brandon 3, and Noah bowling 4th. All over on 31 and 32, Upper Midwest. They're known as the Des Moines Area Checks. Still funny. And will continue to be their full lineup: Jacob Bianchi, Keaton Cowell, Derek Probasco, Isabel Tetmeyer, and Skylar Vaughn. Their lineup this game: Isabel 1st, Derek 2nd, Keaton 3rd, and Skylar bowling 4th. For Lower Great Lakes, Menace to the Alleys, their team name. Their roster this week: Anthony Andrade, Edgar Burgos, Bobby Hebetler, Danny Labonte, and Jacob Perry. For Lower Great Lakes, they've been filling their frames here. As we can see, not a lot of strikes to show for, but oh, come on. Come on. It's not right. Why you gotta be so mean, 9-pin? Doing that to Alex like that. But those spares have put them basically in position to come back here after a few miscues from the Upper Midwest. See the back-to-back open frames in the 7th and the 8th. And you fill those frames to take advantage of a hit, and all of a sudden, stepping up in the 10th, Lower Great Lakes can win this thing. Area check not ready to go away just yet, though. Derek. Getting it done first shot of the 10th. Edgar. Oh. Great shot to ring the 10. Now Derek can step up here. 2 shots, get 9 pins. That would be enough. 193 would get the job done. He wants to end it right here, though. And uh-oh. All right, 4-6-10. Something distracted Edgar there, so he's going to reset. Always a good lesson. Kind of go start over, get your pre-shot routine going once again. The spare is important here. So I'm sure the coaches are letting Derek Nello just take the 2, buddy. Don't need anything fancy. 2's a victory. Gonna switch to plastic. And uh-oh. Gonna provide an opportunity for Menace to the Alleys to steal one here. A strike to win it. And a 4-9 to miss out on the tie by 1. Goodness. The emotions back and forth here. Upper Midwest holds on to a victory, 191 to 190 in game number 11. There's Noah delivering the double in the 8th frame for Coastal South. Their nickname, the Next Generation. They are ahead right now against the Southeast Pin Crushers, and trip of 2 for good measure. Right-hander's best friend right there. Gives them a max of 203 now. And Coastal South can put itself in great position, does so. No 9-pin that time for Alex. For good measure, Mark will essentially wrap this up here for Coastal South. Southeast, they can put a little pressure on here. And this is Joshua Collins. And that 7-pin's gonna wiggle. Not gonna topple over though. So Zach's gonna give it the business there. It's gonna be a win for Next Generation. And nice game in the 220s here for Coastal South. Four other players from Florida, one from Georgia, that's Brandon. So 222, 181 to get us on to the next one. Game 12 coming up next here on Bowl TV for the USA Bowling National Championships, presented by Sixlets. So it looks like Lower Great Lakes is just going to move over to 29-30. We're going to see them take on our South Region team. While over on 31 and 32, Ohio Valley is going to be taking on Upper Great Lakes. All right, folks, we have settled in here. Game number 12 of 15 of qualifying here. 2019 USA Bowling National Championship presented by Sixlets. To your left on 29 and 30, Lower Great Lakes, better known as Menace to the Alleys. We saw them last game taking on the Pocket Assassins from the South region. Over on 31 and 32, the Ohio Valley representatives, Indiana All-Stars, taking on Team Clamps from the Upper Great Lakes. Once again, for tournament format, today is more of a formality to get comfortable with the surroundings, because we'll be back here tomorrow morning for qualifying, or excuse me, for match play. Qualifying will be done, but we will have match play. That'll start at 10 a.m. Eastern, so 2 hours earlier than today. But that's okay.
Carry.
So after today, we will know our competitors for the double elimination portion of the event. Teams will have to be defeated twice to get eliminated. That will be Baker format as well. All of USA Bowling is contested in the Baker format. And that will be best 2 out of 3. So once a team wins 2, they're going to move on to the next round. So the longer you keep collecting the wins, the closer and closer you're going to get to the finals. Top 2 teams in both the U15 and U12 divisions will make their way to CBS Sports Network for the finale. Got to be a nice 203 to 173 victory for the South over Lower Great Lakes. Upper Great Lakes going to collect the victory over Ohio Valley. So game 12 done pretty quickly there. Coming up in game 13 over on 29-30, we're going to see South Central taking on New England. And on 31 and 32, Mountain region winners. 6x4 will be taking on the Southeast. So we'll see the Pin Crushers once again. So 188 and 170. Ohio Valley with the win. 203 to 173. The South, the victory over Lower Great Lakes. All right, once again, South Central and New England to 29 and 30. Mountain and the Southeast, 31 and 32. Game 13. This has flown by. Total of 3 games remain for today. Before our first day of an exciting many here on Bowl TV for the premier youth events each and every year. The USA Bowling National Championships kicks things off, followed by a trip to the trade show with Junior Gold Live. Emil Williams Jr. will host that, along with many special guests, including Andrew Anderson and Caitlin Johnson, as well as the Out of Range podcast crew. That'll be taking place during the trade show. We'll move on to the opening ceremony and repercussion, among many cool things taking place on Sunday before competition at the Junior Gold Championships presented by the brands of Ebonite International gets underway on Monday. 4 days of qualifying for Junior Gold. Two more of match play in the U12, U15, U17, and U20 divisions before it's TV day. Actually, two TV days. 19th and 20th, and then all shows will air CBS Sports Network throughout July and August. But we're still many, many days away from that, because right now we still have 3 more to go today between the U12 and U15 divisions at the USA Bowling National Championships. All right, good folks. Game 13 of 15. Now underway and on 29 and 30. New England taking on South Central. Our South Central team, better known as USA Bowl. Their lineup this game: Jacob Bowling first, Matthew second, Bryant third, and Ethan fourth. For New England, back for more, their lineup: Alex leading off, Brandon second, Natalie third, and Sydney fourth. From the mountain region, 6x4. Saw them, it's actually been a while since we've seen them. We caught them very early in our 15 games of qualifying so far. So it's been a while since we've seen our mountain teams, but gonna see them right now. Taking on the Southeast Pin Crushers for the mountain squad. 4 players: Maddox Dominski, Ryan Harris, Catherine Perez, and Dimitri Richardson. All from Colorado. Taking on the Pin Crushers from the Southeast region. Their roster includes Kendall Battles, Rylan Brees, Matt Bruce, Ethan Collier, and Josh Collins. Also on the squads on 29 and 30, they are not in the lineup to start this game at least. We have Tommy Burns and Victoria Verano for New England. And for South Central, Ellie Drescher sitting out this game. And plenty of strikes from South Central to fly to the 10th frame. Chance to get to 223 with the spare. First things first, the spare. A few miscues on single pins for back for more. It's basically, they come back to bite them here. Even if they strike out, they're going to be short of 220s. Max score 204 as Alex Horton delivers the strike. Nice 223 for the USA Bowl here for the win. 182 finish for back for more. Southeast Pin Crushers with the advantage right now, heading into the 8th. And they're going to get that 7-pin out. That's just going to about put a bow on a victory for the Southeast. Max out at 237 this game. 205 still out there for 6x4. All he can do is hope to throw a few good shots, find some momentum down the home stretch. Put your team in position to come back at the finish out strong the next game. Tough break there for Rylan Brees, 4-9 in the 10th frame for the Southeast Pin Crushers, but it's going to be okay for the team though. They had built up a pretty sizable lead here, so they're going to collect the victory. Surpass the 200 mark in doing so, but Catherine Perez going to finish things up for 6x4. See her chat with Coach Mike Honeycutt. There we go, nice shot. Finishes with 184, but 203 for the Pin Crushers will get them the victory. Down to 2 to go here at the USA Bowling National Championships presented by Sixlets. Once again today, just qualifying. An opportunity for the competitors to become familiar with Astro Lanes, which will also host tomorrow's action. Coming up next for Game 14, on 29 and 30, the Upper Midwest taking on a Mountain. So we'll get to see 6x4 for another game, as we will with New England on 31 and 32. They're moving one pair to the right. They'll be taking on our Atlantic East team. Looks like they're making their way over here now. So once again, qualifying today, just determining seeding for match play. based off of match play records first. So each game is a winnable match, if you will. So that will be the first factor in determining where teams are at in the standings. And then for any potential ties we have, say if two teams are at 11 and 5, then we would go to total pinfall to determine who would be essentially the 1 seed or the 2 seed in that situation, if those happen to be the best records. And then pretty typical of what you're used to seeing in match play or bracket. The highest seed, the 1 overall seed, will take on the number 16 seed. 2 will take on 15, 3, 14, so on and so on. Until we get down to the ever popular 8-9 match for the teams closest in the standings. And then it'll be best of 3 the rest of the way out till we get down to our final 2 teams in both the U15 as well as the U12 divisions here at Astro Lanes. So with that, it looks like our teams are ready to go. Mountain, Upper Midwest on the left. Atlantic East and New England on the right. Let's go game 14. As Max Minich delivering the strike for Atlantic East there on lane 31. So we're in game 14. There's one to go after this. Upper Midwest taking on Mountain, and Atlantic East against New England here. Jenna Hedgepath with the strike there for Atlantic East, better known as the Phantom Strikers. The rest of their roster includes Mika Voorhees, Mary Beth Baker, Logan Chappelle, and Anthony Mastriani. There's Anthony right there. A runner-up in junior gold in the U12 division a few years ago. It's our team from New England back for more. Their lineup this game. Alex Horton, Brandon Bone, Victoria Verano, and Tommy Burns also on the lineup, or on the roster. Natalie Kent and Sydney Bone. Our team from the Mountain region, 6x4. Their lineup this game: Ryan Harris first, Catherine Perez second, Maddox Dobinski third, and Dimitri Richardson bowling fourth. And for the Upper Midwest team, Des Moines Area Check, still a fantastic name. Isabel Tetmeyer, the leadoff bowler. Derek Probasco, second. Skylar Vong, third. Keaton Cowell is bowling fourth. They also have Jacob Bianchi on the roster, available to sub if need be. Nice bounce back game here for New England. They had some uncharacteristic struggles with spare shooting. In game 13, we had them over on 29 and 30, and they kind of dug themselves a hole, and they were not able to strike their way out of it. Bouncing back nice here. Chance to get to 245 with a strike on the fill. That's a strike on the fill. Nice game for our New England crew. That is correct, John, in the chat. Edgar, part of our Lower Great Lakes team. Menace to the alleys. I've seen Edgar a few times today. I believe that was back in 2016 in Indianapolis. And Edgar and Anthony squared off, U12 division. .245 is going to be a winner for New England, so in Atlantic East, feel an opportunity to try a few different things here. Their final few shots. It's a little bit closer here on 29 and 30. Both teams open there in the 7th frame, so it's still less than a mark. 8 pins, 6x4 with the advantage. So this is going to be Dimitri Richardson stepping up for 6x4. Going to be Keaton Cowell coming up next for the Upper Midwest. Nice shot there, Dimitri. Some good advice from Coach there. Some good execution on his part. Leads to the strike. That means Ryan Harris will be up next for 6x4 in the sharp-looking blue jerseys. Big shout out to Logo Infusion, the official jersey provider for all of our teams. As you can see, they're represented by different colors based off of their region. Of course, we've got the great Sixlets logo on the back as well. The presenting sponsor of the USA Bowling National Championships. So the double to set up the 10th for Catherine Perez. Going to give her the opportunity to take care of business for her team. Isabel's going to step up first, though. 245, 179 final tally there on 31 and 32. She's going to have a chance. Cramp just a little bit high. Leaves the fast 8. Max a 166 now, so this becomes a pretty big shot for Isabel. Really got to set up that 10th with a strike, and great shot. Can't get the 10 out. So a spare here for 6x4. Our Mountain representatives. They will collect the win here. She's going to move to the far left, go pretty direct, and textbook conversion. Question from Cynthia in the chat about listing the teams and their players. And I'm not sure if we have that available online right now. For those here on site, we do have program books, which have been incredibly helpful. So that's where I'm getting all of my information from for this. So if you know someone who's here, please tell them to pick one up. So I don't think there's anything on the website at the moment. Maybe there could be later. And then once we have standings available, we will have all the teams listed. And 166 to 127. Mountain defeats Upper Midwest. Can't believe we're here. Game 15 coming up next here on Bowl TV. Our teams will be the Southwest and the Midwest on 29 and 30. See, the Midwest is already here. Haven't seen the Southwest yet. And on 31 and 32, the Pacific Southwest taking on Coastal